Hey everyone, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, hoping this goes better. So, we're going to have John Woods on tonight, and he's going to share about how he lost 40 pounds in 2 months and how his dog, who was 14 years old, was going downhill and kind of like came back to life, if you want to say it like that, and how his job he was at for 13 years let him go unexpectedly. So, hey Bailey, hey Kendra, we had some technical difficulties before. We're going to try to get John with us. Here we go. So it should work this time. So let us know where you're coming in from. If you're coming in from Canada, drop a 1. If you're coming in from the US, drop a 2. And if you're coming in from somewhere else in the world, drop a 3. Let us know where you're at. Bailey says she just has a black screen. Does anybody else? Kendra, hey, how's it going? Hey, John.
I made it.
Yes, I can hear you. I can see you. Hey, Colleen, I see you're watching. Kendra, Dr. 1, Canada. Can everybody see us okay? Bailey said she saw a black screen. Someone please let us know if they can see us. Hopefully we can. So we'll keep going and they'll let us know. But how are you, John?
Doing well. Hey, technology. It's not my
Yeah,
friend
we
always.
got this. You guys, friends watching, drop the clap hands emoji. This is John's very first Facebook Live. Oh my gosh, so exciting. He's doing great. Kendra said she can see and hear us both. Okay, perfect. We're going to keep going. Hey, Nina. So let's get at it. So I mentioned to everybody that you're down 40 pounds in 2 months, and your puppy, we're going to share your puppy story and your work story. So first of all,
Right.
John is from Missouri. I heard his story on Tuesday and I was like, oh my God, the world needs to hear this. So first things first, we want to say hello to everyone. We have John's friends, so you have my friends. You guys, whoever you share it with, can see this. There now is on Facebook, when you're watching live, little like preset comments. If you want to tap one of those, greetings, hello, I'm here, let us know. Hey, Kim, and, send us a wave. So like I said, if you're from Canada, drop a 1. If you're from the US, drop a 2. And if you're from anywhere else, drop a 3 and let us know where you're at. If you know me, comment the words Brooke. If you know John, comment the word John. If you know both of us, comment both. Okay, so let's get at it. So John has been using our drops that you guys have kind of seen here and there on our pages before. And we want to know what is your story with weight, John? Like, when you were going through your weight loss journey or your weight management journey, did you always struggle with weight? Was it something that happened, through your work life or after college, or, was it just were you always like that and you said it's time for a change? What was your story with weight?
Well, I think it's work related in the sense that, you get in the corporate world and you're busy, you get lazy, you get old, and your metabolism kind of slows down. So, and then, too much overindulging with amazing restaurants and too many sweets. And I have a sweet tooth with chocolate cake in particular. So I think a combination of quite a few things is what did it to me. But probably metabolism and getting older. And I know I don't look a day over 25, but it's real. I'm in the 50s now, so metabolism is declining. So
Yeah, which happens to so many people. I'm
yeah.
just looking in the comments here. Sorry. Bailey still says black screen. Everyone else watching, can you let us know? I know Kendra said she can see us both. I just want to make sure it's working. Hey, Uncle Jim, Deb, can you guys let us know if you can all see and hear us okay? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just Bailey's. It's great on my end. Is it great on your end, John?
Yeah, perfect. See you
Okay.
fine.
Okay, someone please let us know in the comments. Hey, Brady. So yes, perfect. Metabolism, so many people struggle with that, and it's great that our one set of drops help boost that natural metabolism, right? So, tell us, we already kind of brought it up, but how many pounds or inches did you lose, and how long of a time period, what did you notice a weight drop in a week? Did it take a first month before you noticed the pounds? Tell us your story about your weight loss.
it started really the first week, I think around 8 or 9 pounds, probably around that time frame. I didn't do any measurements because my goal then was just to lose weight. I didn't think I would ever do or have a reason to do any testimonials. My goal was just kind of personal and just to feel better. And so I think really the first month, I think I was pretty close to 20 pounds. And then within the second month, it was really 20 pounds a month. And it was miraculous in terms of the effort that I put into it, other than just opening my mouth and putting the drops on under my tongue. I'm more of a natural exercise type of guy where I like to go outside and do natural things. At the time, I was living in a town called Black Forest, and it was foresty, and I would go out and chop wood and just work around the 6 acres, and that would be my exercise. So I didn't really do a lot of exercise other than natural exercise. And the pounds just kind of poured off me, literally poured off me.
Awesome. And you also had like good energy, right? And you weren't feeling hungry too. So I know you weren't doing like a workout program. You're just doing your normal activity, like in the area that you lived, like you said, chopping wood, just that exercise. You didn't actually say, oh, we're going to go to the gym for an hour today or half an hour. Like you said, you just did your activities you normally do. You added the drops and eating healthy. But a lot of weight loss things out there, you got to take pills only or shakes only. You actually got to feel full and eat real food, right?
I got to eat normal, the food that I would eat every day, just the way you should be eating it rather than overindulging. What I found the drops do is crave your cravings that you have. It totally gets rid of those cravings, gets rid of that hangry that people get, hungry and angry. Just didn't have the cravings. And so when you don't have the cravings and then you have more energy, you move more and you eat less without the cravings. I mean, you just naturally start losing weight.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it was for me.
And it's healthy weight loss. It's not like you're going to get sick by losing the weight like that. We have quite a few more people jumping on here. I just want to say a hello to Joanne and Nolan. Maybe that's one of your friends because I don't know who that is. Hey, Nolan.
Hey, Jeanette.
So for you guys just jumping on there's little preset comments you can click on below the Facebook Live that say like, greetings, I'm here, hello, a little wave thing. Let us know that you're here because sometimes it doesn't show us everybody. If you know me, comment Brooke. If you know John, comment John. If you're from Canada, put a 1. If you're from the US, put a 2 down there. And if you're from anywhere else, put a 3. Hey, Michelle, thanks for coming back on. We had some technical difficulties. So the next question, I guess, do you have anything else to add on the weight loss part before I get into your allergies story?
I see a comment there about counting calories, and the diet that I was on, the weight management program I'm on, it calls for around 1,300 calories a day. And with the weight loss drops, you don't have the cravings to consume more than that amount of calories. But so following the diet, and it's well spelled out, and then just kind of roughly keeping track of the calories is really what did it for me.
Yeah, and a lot of my friends are using, like, on Android or on my Samsung, I have like S Health where it keeps it, or I know a lot of people use MyFitnessPal. But you guys that are watching, you got to understand too, 1,300, 1,200 calories. It sounds like it's not very much because a lot of fatty foods, like if you go to a fast food restaurant, you could eat that in one meal. But when you're following the meal plan where you're eating turkey, chicken, shrimp, crab, beef, all those things, and then with the veggies and cutting out your breads, it actually makes you feel full, and having those healthy fats like the seeds and the avocado and all those things. So it might sound like, oh my God, he's probably starving, but a lot of my friends say they can't even get the 1,250 calories in. Hey, Peggy. So yeah,
hey,
yay, hello people. Okay. So now I want to move on to, you were telling me about your allergies. I think that is so crazy. Like explain it because I don't want to get it wrong. Were you going for shots or you were going for tests or something like every week? Share what kind of allergies you struggled with and how our immune support with the grapeseed, and I believe it helps with inflammation as well because a lot of diseases do start in the body from inflammation. let's talk about that. You share.
Okay. Well, Shannon Whitehead knows all about this too. This grapeseed extract that I took, it was amazing when it comes to my allergies. Um, so I did a lot of people did. I went to the doctor, got diagnosed with extreme allergies. My two biggest allergens were dog dander and pine trees. And I have 5 dogs and I lived in the forest. So I'm not going to cut down my trees or get rid of my dogs. So I had to find a solution. And my original solution was I took these drops that I under my tongue, not any different than the weight loss drops, but drops for allergies. Under my tongue, you sit there and hold a EpiPen for 20 minutes to make sure you don't have a reaction and end up in the hospital. Did that for a year. And then for 2 years after that, so a total of 3 years, 2 years after that, I did the shots, which meant I have to go to the doctor every Monday morning, get 2 or 3 shots, and then once again, hold an EpiPen for 20 minutes, and then I'm off to work. Did that for 3 years total, did not work, stopped doing that, and I ran into this product with grapeseed extract, which is the main ingredient, and vitamin C as well. And within 2 weeks, no over-the-counter allergy medications and no other types of medications for allergies. And this was so bad that literally I was at work, and Shannon could tell you, she's on there, she says, "Oh dear." Oh, hi dear. She said, "Oh dear." I used to literally not want to open my eyes. That's how bad my allergies were. So once again, having those dogs around me every day and living in the forest with the pollen coming from the pine trees, and having this product with this grapeseed extract, which is a huge anti-inflammatory product itself, grapeseed, that is not well known. One of the biggest things that humans have in their system, in their body, that impact their well-being is inflammation. And this grapeseed extract is one of the very few things that can go through the brain. They call it the brain barrier. What's it called? Blood-brain barrier. That's what it's called.
Blood-brain barrier.
Blood-brain barrier. Couldn't get that out. Kind of a gross term to me, but it's one of the few things that can actually break the blood-brain barrier and get through into your brain and minimize inflammation in your brain too. So pretty amazing ingredient, grapeseed extract.
Awesome. That's so crazy because so many people suffer from allergies. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Oops, my bad.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, we've got Dawn too. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Ken. Monique. Hello. Okay. So great story about your allergies, and that's so amazing. You haven't, since you started using it, you haven't, is that right? You haven't had any allergies since?
Nope. No
and
allergies.
How long did you have allergies for? Did they just form did you have them for a year, or did you have them for most of your life?
Probably like 5 years, because they say your body changes. I never had allergies in my entire life, and so for 5 years prior, I started getting the allergies and getting worse and worse and worse, to where it came to a head, to where it's like unbearable to even really, like I said, go to work. Miserable. So, but really, I didn't have allergies before, and I didn't know if I'd ever get rid of them. And then I don't know if many people know this. When you do those shots or those drops under your tongue for allergies, when you go to the doctor, it's only as good as long as you take it. So if you take these medications and these shots for 3 years, you're good for 3 years after that, if it even works at all. So yeah. What are you going to do after 3 years? You're going to go back and do the same regimen again, which I wasn't willing to do.
No.
I'm glad I found the solution,
Yeah, crazy. Well, that's awesome. So your health, doing great. We're going to move over to the story about your dog. So before we even talk about it, I want to make a disclaimer to everybody watching. We do not test our products on animals. This has not been tested on, we don't do any of that. We're bunny, cruelty free, all that stuff. This is not recommended by the company to do it. It's just something that John decided to do personally. So if someone is to do this, it's totally a personal risk. But he has a crazy, amazing story about his dog who's 14 years old. I'm going to let him share it. So what was happening to your puppy, and what has happened now that you've added that same allergy. It's not an allergy product, but boosting the immune system and inflammation. You actually
Right.
were letting your dog have that. So this is that was something personally that he did. We got to hear this dog story. So go ahead, John.
Well, it was really after meeting a veterinarian at a conference that I went to, who's big in holistic health and alternative types of medications, even for pets. So I had looked at the ingredients in this product, and the main ingredient being grapeseed extract, and asked him about it. He said, "Yeah, absolutely. Give it a try. It can't hurt. Grapes are bad for dogs. They can't eat grapes straight, but grapeseed extract, the extract from the grape, there's no proven side effects for animals. And I know that this product helps for heart and lungs and skin and just inflammation and all kinds of other things." So she was declining, as dogs that are 13. She's a red heeler. Her name's Belle. So her health was declining to where she was very despondent and just didn't want to participate in anything with the other dogs. And you could blow on her and she'd practically stumble and fall over because she was losing so much weight and couldn't eat. And so a couple months ago, I started giving her this grapeseed extract. It's in a capsule, dumping it into her food, mixing it up. And then within a few weeks, she started kind of eating better and getting stronger, starting to be participating with the other dogs and alert. Before, it's like she had like dementia, or she just didn't know what was happening around her. And now she's going on 14, and she is running with the other dogs. She's got her weight back. She's eating great. She looks amazing. And it's like a transformation in her that I kind of felt when I started taking it for my allergies. So, like I said, it's not anything I would diagnose or suggest you do on your own, but based off of looking at the ingredients and trying it every other day, one capsule, putting it in her food, it's kind of a miracle to me. And I think the product itself, based on other people that I've known who've used it, it is my favorite product because of what it did for me and what it's doing for my.
Yeah. And pets are like children, right? And they are your children. You said you have 5 dogs, right? Or 5 dogs.
I have 4. One passed away recently, but yeah, 4 dogs.
Crazy.
4 crazy dogs.
Crazy. So if any of you guys watching have a dog, drop a dog comment, a little emoji below, or type in your dog's name. Let's hear, because a lot of people have pets. So that is crazy awesome, and we're happy that your dog, almost like you said, you thought she was gonna pass, and now it's like, oh, right. She's like 10 years younger. Like, that's just crazy. So,
hey,
what was that? Sorry.
I said, hey, Kevin. I'm watching the names pop up.
Shannon,
it was Belle that was sick. She knows my dog. Shannon used to watch the dogs. She was the house/dog sitter when I was traveling.
Aw, that's so nice. Oh, that's why she's asking. She knows your dogs. I got it. Okay. So for those of you who are watching the replay too later, let us know, #replay if you're watching the replay, if you're just jumping on. Hey, Kevin. Kevin knows you. He said, hey, John. So if you're coming in from the US, if you're coming in from Canada, put a 1. I'm a Canadian. We got Buddy John here. He is American. So we got US. Drop a 1 if you're from Canada, and drop a 2 if you're from the US, and drop a 3 if you're from somewhere else. So our last part that we want to talk about today is your work situation that I've heard about on Tuesday night. I was just like, oh my God, that is so scary. You go ahead. How long were you there? What all happened to you?
Well, it's funny because a lot of these people that are on here, Shannon, Steve, Kevin, I worked with at the.
Oh, this is going to be dramatic. I'm just kidding.
with the man, and they still work there. Actually, Shannon still works. Steve still works there. So they know my story like the back of their hand, I'm sure, just like I do.
I think I'm going to go get some popcorn. I'm just kidding.
And these people are amazing people, by the way, too. They still struggle through. working for the man. So I've worked for 31 years. I know I don't look that old. I started working when I was 1 year old, obviously. Um,
Yeah, you're
so
only 30. You're only 30.
thank you. Last 20 years, I worked in call centers. Last 13 years, I worked for uh, a call center for a cable company. I was the director of sales in a cable company. And, this was going south for me for a couple years. And I was I did my due diligence to try to um, have a backup plan, to have a exit strategy. And for a couple years before, I worked on that strategy. And one day, um, after 13 years, my boss met with me in my office with HR and basically said he's going in another direction. And just like that, can you be out of the building within an hour, by the way, as if I was now a criminal. After 13 years, bye-bye, which, by the way, uh, was probably one of the best days of my life as well, because I did work with what I'm doing now, and it helped me transition from where I was at. And the ironic thing about this was, literally 10 days after I was laid off or let go, I was going to give my notice. So I was laid off 10 days before I was going to give my notice, which I was going to give a month notice. So I would have been there a month later, um, struggling, trying to get out of there. But ironically, I was laid off 10 days before I was going to give notice. And like I said, one of the best days of my life. And because I was laid off, I was given extra benefits from the company that they otherwise wouldn't have had to give me if they would have just waited for my notice. So, hey, it worked out great. But anyways, doing what I'm doing now has been a godsend and gives me the freedom that I want, that I never had before, working 40, 50 hours a week, the 40, 40, 40 plan, the plan where everybody works 40 hours a week for 40 years to get 40% of their income in Social Security when they couldn't live off of it when it was 100%. So thankfully, I
Exactly.
left that plan 9 years ahead of time, to give myself an opportunity to enjoy life, travel, um, have the fun that I want in life, and build my dreams rather than somebody else's dream.
Perfect. Yes. So for those of you just jumping on, hey Brent, we're just finishing up here. If you want to go back and watch the replay, everyone, if you've missed any of it, John had amazing stories sharing today, how he lost 40 pounds in 2 months and in a healthy way. His puppy of 14 years was literally, like he said, almost, totally thought they were getting ready to say goodbye, and turned that around. And it's like she's 10 years younger, like he said. And now talking about how he got let go after working for 13 years. And everyone expects, like for example, Sears. I think a lot of people know what Sears is. I know we have it in Canada. I don't know about you, John, in the US. I think you said you do have Sears,
Yeah.
did or do have Sears. People here, I know one lady in the city, she worked there for like 33 or 35 years, just cut. She expected to get pensions and all these good things, and she got nothing, no severance pay, no nothing. Like, it's freaky world, and as technology advances, it's freaky. So,
Well,
yeah,
I worked there
stories are
13 years,
great.
got 13 weeks.
Yeah, and well, and also you kind of mentioned how network marketing has changed your life with the traveling and stuff, and it's great people to work with too, right?
Oh, you get to choose the people you work with rather than the company choosing the people you work with. Thankfully, for the most part, the people I worked with directly were amazing people and kind of like my family, or they are my family. But that's not always the case for most people who work in the corporate world. Or in this world, I literally choose the people I want to work with and not the ones that I don't want to work with. If you don't have
Yeah.
good personality, good attitude, I don't want to deal with you,
Yeah, you don't have to come home and complain about the people that you worked with. When we come home, we're just like, oh my God, I had so much fun. But anyways, let's get this wrapped up here. People are probably, I think there's like quite a few people watching.
Hey, Pam.
So
Hey,
we wrapped up here. What's that?
I was saying hi to Pam and Margie.
Oh, hey, Pam and Marjorie.
Got quite an
Oh, and
audience that
hey,
I didn't here.
what's that?
There's quite an audience that I didn't expect on here.
I know, you're famous. You're famous.
I tell you.
So I'm trying to think if there's anything else you need to add. You guys, if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. Don't forget to let us know where you're from.
Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie. So if you guys have questions, put them in the comments or give one of us a shout. Thank you so much for your time today, John. It was great hearing your story, and thank you for sharing with everybody. If you guys know anybody who suffers, who could, lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, or 40 pounds like John, if you know someone who has a puppy that isn't moving so well, they might like this video. Share it with your friends, and we will help you out if you have any questions. Anything else you'd like to add, John?
No, I appreciate you inviting me on here, Brooke. You're an amazing host. An amazing, you need your own talk show.
Oh gosh, no. But it would be really fun, and I'll invite you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you guys don't forget to leave some clapping emojis. This was John's very first Facebook Live, and he did incredible. So good job, John. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Have a great night.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.